And then I got a quick question, you know, and I really like this. I mean, I like a lot of the points on this drawing, but there's one thing that I think is important. I mean, this would make an awesome RV park and you know, tourist cabin for folks to come in and visit. But I think one of the other aspects that we were looking for is what are the citizens in Glen Rose going to get from it, and I was expecting to have something a little bit more as far as, I don't know, like a skateboard park, basketball court or something like that. I mean, I think it's missing that aspect of it, that Glen Rose citizens of something else, what is already currently there that we can enjoy.
Well, let me address that, because what we did, if you'll recall, is, you know, we had the public hearings and then we appointed a committee to work on the plan for Oakdale. And so what Bud has done here is he's worked with what we gave him. And in those plans, you know, things like skate parks were mentioned and all that. But in the comprehensive survey that was done back at the same time, this plan addresses the top 3 concerns from the citizens as far as what they wanted to see in parks. And, you know, part of the issue is, you know, we're trying to preserve the historical integrity of Oakdale Park. And, you know, it can't be the one-all to end-all parks for the entire community. I mean, it's just, it's not going to work. And so we looked at as something as far as an events facility, something that will generate from an economic impact as far as, you know, family reunions and meetings and that sort of thing. We've already seen some of that. And, you know, as far as what the citizens are going to get out of it, you know, we're tying into Big Rocks Park and the Riverwalk and Heritage Park and eventually the downtown. We're going to have a really cool area that the citizens can enjoy, because we can have free concerts there in the spring or the summer. We've got the State Dual Summer Festival coming up here in 2 weeks, which is a 3-day event, absolutely free to the public. It's something that's never been promoted, really marketed before, but it's a great event. It takes up the entire park. So this is going to bring events and activities to the area that the citizens can enjoy, and also serve as an economic impact. And if we start to get into some of those other things, you know, as the city grows and expands and prospers, you know, we can address some of those other areas. You know, the county's got several parks. You know, this is really the city's first big push at having a park. But I just don't know that you can't put everything in this one facility, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Really, I'm in agreement with what you're saying. I mean, that's my understanding what our intentions were when we started.
Right.
But where are you going to have most of the events, like the goat cook-off, or the Dulcimer Festival will be at the...
Well, the Dulcimer Festival is at the stage area, and then they take up all the buildings. It's, you know, it's they have music up on the stage for the whole weekend. And then they have like free banjo and free Dulcimer lessons in the different buildings, and they've got arts and crafts and that kind of thing. You know, part of the thinking is with these new RV facilities here on the far end of the park, a lot of this other area back there, see right now that park's got 262 or 266 RV spaces in it. And see, we've reduced it to 100, and we've got 6 more acres there. So I think that when you look at it like this, it's a little deceptive. There's going to be a lot more green space that we're going to be able to utilize, as well as all the buildings that we'll be able to utilize.
Where will the goat cook-off be held?
Well,
something like this. What's the
well, the goat cook-off, what they do is they pull their rigs. I mean, they're in RVs. They're going to be located in the RV spaces. I mean, that's what they do. Is they've got an RV and a cooker, and they go and set up.
So it's not a centralized area.
No, it'll take up the entire park. And I think most of the events that we do, the major events like the Dulcimer Festival, is, you know, you're looking at taking, you know, you've got a festival area there, that entire park. And that's the thing. I mean, we've got something right here that is very, very unique to the state of Texas and the United States. I mean, we've got something here that if we do it right, you know, we're preserving the history of the community, as we saw here earlier, the petrified wood buildings, all that kind of thing. And, you know, this is something that these kind of places just don't exist anymore. And so we've got a chance for the people to be able to come and visit Glen Rose and kind of take a step back in time and not be exposed to all the, you know, all the sensory sensation that my kids need now with, you know, their video games and their iPhones and iPads and all that kind of stuff. I mean, this is this is a chance to kind of get back to what the beginning of Glen Rose was, when we were a resort area where people just got around to rest and relax and enjoy nature. And that's the thing we keep hearing about Oakdale Park. You know, during spring break, we had a lot of construction going on. And we had a couple there that went out to Fossil Rim and got caught, 6-hour waits, and they weren't happy, and so they asked for a refund. And Fossil Rim said, we don't do cash refunds, we'll give you a car pass, you can come back anytime you want to. And they said, that's great, because we're staying at Oakdale Park, and we can't wait to come back when they're further along with the renovation plan and have it where it is. And we've got something that's gonna be like, I don't think any other city's got. And Bud is in this business and travel around the cities, and he can probably give you more insight than I can. But, we've got something here that we're not only trying to develop, but we're trying to preserve at the same time. And that's a real tightrope, fine line that we're having to walk.